As I sat there in the quiet shower, water running, tears falling, I heard the Lord whisper to me, I never asked you to put your hope in the outcome. I asked you to put your hope in me.
In the darkest valleys of our lives, when shadows loom large and hope seems distant, we often find ourselves searching for a guiding light. It is in these moments of profound struggle that we must turn our hearts to God, trusting in His infinite wisdom and boundless love.
I have a Baptist background. My grandfather was a Baptist preacher. We attended the church where my parents were as kids, or my mother anyway. And then when we were teens, me and my brother, my mom's friend attended here at Christ Temple and invited her, and she really loved what they had to offer for kids, for teens. It was just something beyond the limitations of the church that I grew up in. And from there, it really opened up a door for me to experience what a spirit-filled, God presence-filled atmosphere and what that really looked like and what it meant to be in the presence of God. Rather than church just being something that we're checking off of a to-do list or something that we're obligated to do each week as a family, it was something that we looked forward to coming to, because there's just something so special about the presence of God in a corporate setting where there's multiple believers lifting up their praise together. It just invites the Holy Spirit to come in and do something just so profound. It invites an atmosphere of the miraculous. It invites something real.
I come from, just Pentecostal church, just the bobby pins flying, the whole 9 yards. And I was raised in that. So, to me, that was the normal. And I just remember being in long church services, as a little girl and watching people just, dancing around and shouting, and it wasn't a good service if you weren't doing that. It was exciting because you grow up and you see, the power of God, the miracles they talk about. You see people just dancing and having joy and shouting and praying and powerful miracles and things happening. So I am thankful that I had that upbringing. That fire that I witnessed back then. I'm thankful that, I've just been able to try to carry it with me my whole life. And I think that has a lot to do with how I am today, coming from where I did.
Just when you think you've reached the end of your rope, that's when God steps in. He shows up in the most unexpected ways, turning your trials into triumphs. His timing is perfect and way beyond our understanding. When He shows off, He doesn't do it to impress, but He reminds us of His infinite power and love. So keep the faith, because with God, the impossible becomes possible.
He still blows my mind. The small things, the big things. Specifically when I went to the doctor's office and my daughter had 103 temperature and I'm trying to keep her awake because she looks like she's, just really to go under. And before we even leave, within minutes, the fever's broken. Things like that. When He shows up, when we go and minister and His presence shows up in a mighty way, and I've prayed for people and they leave there and they've said that they've been healed, or people are just blessed, or they're just touched. Anytime in His presence, to me, is Him showing up and showing out. And I feel Him in my car, I feel Him in my house, just whenever He takes time out of His busy day, knowing that the Creator of the universe has time just to come and bless me in my car, bless me in my house, bless me at wherever I'm ministering. That is showing up, and He shows up every day. So it's every day.
I was in a special service that had like a prophetic visitor come in for it, and tiny little lady in her late 70s, probably weighed 80 pounds soaking wet. I was there taking pictures, and she called me out. She pulled me in, very aggressively pulled me in, and prophesied over me what it was I was called to do. And that moment, it was such a simple prophetic moment that the Lord gave her to speak over me. But it's probably one that stands out more than anything because it unlocked something within me to take those next steps. And it unlocked a gift within me that I couldn't shut off once she got a hold of me like that. And I truly believe there was something so powerful about a prophetic moment, that Rhema word the Bible talks about, that truly unlocks gifts within you. It's so important that you're in a spirit-filled environment because it cultivates an atmosphere and an ability for those things to happen and to impact your life. Because it's been times in the last 6 years when I question, myself or my abilities or my insecurities are flaring up, that I can think back on that word and it's like peace surrounds me, a confidence comes over me, and an assuredness to know who called me, who set me apart, that I don't have to do it. The word came forth. The word never returns void. If he spoke this, I can do this.
As we search deeper, we find that it's not just about knowing God, but experiencing his presence in every aspect of our lives. It's in the stillness of early morning prayers, the joy of worship, and the silent whispers of gratitude. Each step brings us closer to understanding his infinite love and grace.
When I think going deeper, I think John the Baptist. I must decrease so he can increase. I think deeper is getting less and less of me and less of flesh and more of walking in the Spirit and what he wants me to do, and taking on completely his heart, in every aspect, not just praise and worship, ministries, life in a whole, everything that he's about being about, and just going deeper into finding his heart and to being his heart. To me, that is getting deeper and deeper and deeper, and something we'll never fully get here because he's so big and he's so great and he's so glorious, and until we can really get him face to face. I mean, even then we may not be able to understand everything, but for me to go deeper is to get deeper into his heart.
When I think of going deeper in him, I think it's always going to cost something. Your level of depth with the Lord is a direct reflection of your level of surrender. So to me, it's not, going deep isn't up to him, because he is limitless. He'll take you as far as you want to go, but it's up to how far will you go. What are you willing to give up? What are you willing to lay down? What cost are you willing to pay in order to follow him into the depths? Is ankle deep far enough for you, or do you want in so far over your head that it's a vast, limitless body of water that you're swimming in with him, of the Spirit and the spirit realm and the things that he has for you? It is 100% an us decision of how far we go with him.
These stories remind us that no matter how difficult life may seem, God's love always offers us hope. Through embracing God's love, having faith in his plan, and relying on his strength, we can overcome our challenges and emerge stronger than ever. Thank you for joining us on this journey of faith, hope, and triumph through God's boundless love.